So I want to riff a little more on Singularity, this party that we're starting, this political party, this transnational political party anchored in the one humanity, in the one earth, and the one life. So I've spent a little bit of time over the last couple of days trying to look into whether anyone else has tried to do anything like this, like whether there are any other world parties. And so far, I haven't found any. And if you are aware of any, please let me know. I'd be interested. What I found was that, the closest thing was the emergence of a couple of pan-European political parties that are just beginning to kind of raise their heads as possible options for people to think about in Europe. And, I was feeling it, and I was feeling, I really appreciate the impulse towards a rise of deeper and deeper expressions of unity. And it's not enough. It's not enough, right? Because there's just no avoiding the reality that we're part of one world system. There's no avoiding the reality that humanity is one. Sometimes I feel like, someone might ask me, is singularity based on a kind of spiritual politics? And it's like, no, it's based on a realist politics. It's based on a realist worldview that, understands that all war between human beings is civil war. Like all degradation of the planet or being blindsided to the negative impact of our actions on any other nation or culture is like, it's self-harm, and whatever the rise of continental parties or multinational unions or whatever, there are inevitably going to be issues that rise that are about the planet and are about humanity as one. There's going to be migration issues. There's going to be mental health issues. There's going to be geopolitical issues that are about us as one living organism, and deeper than that, as one life. So I feel in myself, it's like singularity feels like the only sane option to me, for the next step in how humanity does politics is about the world and humanity as one, because it's an inescapable reality that, we're actually having break upon our experience more and more with the crises that are rising. The crises that are rising are forcing us, if we're willing to look into the headwind and open our bodies and open our hearts to feel what the crises of the world do to us. There's just an inescapable reality of our essential unity. Yeah, so I find myself present with what is the politics that, that wants to express through that. And of course it involves multiple updates and multiple, lines of evolution that need to happen. And one of them, of course, is about representation and leadership. This is another major piece of singularity. It's like there's so much of our political systems, at least in the modern Western democracies, is about elected representatives whose job is to represent those who elected them. And yet that is still tribal in so many ways. What we really want is, we want representatives of the one humanity. We want representatives of the one earth. We want representatives of the one life. And in my experience, I know when I'm in the presence of that. I know when I'm in the presence of beings who I can feel the one humanity in them. I can feel the one earth in them. I can feel that something in their humanity has surrendered to the reality that it's part of something so much greater. So I want singularity to be based. I want the representatives that start to rise in different nations to be representing the one humanity and the one earth and the one life, and not just through their words, but through the way that people can feel them, because human beings can feel themselves in those beings. and they can feel the other kingdoms of earth in them. They can feel that not just humanity as one is represented in those representatives, but that the mineral kingdom and the geosphere of earth is represented in them, the biosphere of earth, the forests of earth, the oceans of earth, the deserts of earth are represented in those people, in their hearts, in their policies, in their will, in their commitments, in their integrity. The animal kingdom, the welfare of the animal kingdom is in their hearts. The welfare of humanity is in their hearts. The welfare of the various different fields of life of this planet, because it's not complicated for them. The reality that this is one thing. This is one organism of an interdependent, interconnected field that's actually just an expression of one life. It's inescapable, it's unavoidable, and it's time that we start to have options that stand for that politically, religiously, educationally, socially, economically.